Take these two mysterious Otsutsuki statues, for example. We have no clue who they are or what they represent. In fact, when it comes to the Otsutsuki in general, we barely know anything about their true origins and purpose. But here's the thing. I believe Kishimoto and Ikemoto have left behind subtle clues throughout the story. After digging deep and doing a ton of research, I think I've finally put the pieces together. What I've uncovered might just explain everything about the Otsutsuki, especially these two enigmatic statues that were discovered in Boruto. Their significance could change everything we thought we knew about the series, and trust me, it's absolutely fascinating. So stick with me until the end of the video because you won't want to miss this. And while you're here, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that notification bell so you never miss out on more abundance of the Otsutsuki clan, specifically Hamura Otsutsuki. After Kaguya was defeated, Hagoromo sealed the husk of the Ten Tails, the Gido statue, on the moon. Hamura then volunteered to live on the moon to watch over it, which led to the origin of the Otsutsuki residing there. Just like Hamura's descendants, the Hyuga clan follows a strict hierarchical family system, divided into the main family and the branch family. The branch family exists solely to serve the main family for life. The elder gives birth to two sons. I believe these two mysterious Otsutsuki statues we saw in Boruto could represent the distinct leaders of the main and branch families of the Otsutsuki clan. This theory actually by cultivating a divine tree and harvesting its chakra fruit. But the way they go about it is where things get interesting. Every time the Otsutsuki invade a planet, they always arrive in pairs, and each member has a distinct role. One is of higher rank while the other is lower. The lower ranked Otsutsuki serves as a guardian, but more importantly, they are meant to be sacrificed, devoured by the Ten Tails to nourish the divine tree. The higher ranked Otsutsuki, on the other hand, has one primary objective: to consume the chakra fruit after the divine tree has drained the planet dry. Now, if we compare this to the Hyuga clan structure, the similarities become even more striking. The branch family exists solely to serve and protect the main family, dedicating their lives to that purpose. Just like the lower-ranked Otsutsuki serve the higher-ranked one. If we take a closer look at its design, it gives off a menacing, villainous vibe. Now compare that to the blue statue, which was found in Kaguya's castle within her dimension. This one, on the other hand, has a much more noble or even heroic presence. This could suggest that the branch family of the Otsutsuki clan aren't inherently evil. They're simply following the orders of the main family. Take Kaguya as an example. She originally came to Earth with Ishiki to cultivate a divine tree. But because she was from the branch family, she was designated to be sacrificed, fed to the Ten Tails to complete the process. For whatever reason, Kaguya betrayed Ishiki, and if we think about it, this could mean she was actually rebelling against the main family's system and their oppressive rules. Maybe all she wanted was to escape that fate and live a normal life, which would explain why she chose to stay on Earth, settled among humans, and even had children. Ironically, she only became the villain we know today because humanity turned against her. In other words, Kaguya might not have been evil from the start. She was simply pushed into that role by circumstances beyond her control. Some have theorized that these Otsutsuki statues represent the destroyed patterns on the wall in Ishiki's dimension, but personally, I don't think that's another planet. The leaders would likely stay at the top, overseeing the system rather than directly participating in planetary harvests. However, there's one mysterious Otsutsuki we know did come to Earth, Shibai Otsutsuki. I strongly believe that one of those missing wall patterns in Ishiki's dimension represents Shibai and his unknown partner rather than these statues. Now, where exactly does Shibai fit into the Otsutsuki hierarchy? That part is unclear, but there's something important we need to consider. The ultimate goal of the Otsutsuki is to devour as many planets as possible, continuously evolving until they reach an absolute godlike state. And so far, The only Otsutsuki known to have achieved this is Shibai Otsutsuki. Given what we already know about the Otsutsuki system,
their symbols endure: the winged disc, the coiled serpent, the sacred tree. But what were they? Architects of humanity? Celestial travelers? Or harbingers of a destiny we are only beginning to understand? From the ruins of Babylon to the lost city of Atlantis, their fingerprints are everywhere. Even the teachings of Jesus, the wisdom of the Buddha, the prophecies of Revelation, could they all point to the same cosmic truth? And now, as the skies darken and the stars align, a question echoes across the ages. Are they coming back? This is not just a story of the past. It is a warning, a revelation, a key to unlocking who we are and what we are meant to become. The Anunnaki connection is real, and the time to uncover it is now. They tell us the Bible is the oldest record of divine history, that its stories, buried under centuries of translation, reinterpretation, and erasure, are traces of something far older: the Anunnaki. The Bible names many cities, places that loom large in the mythic past of the Israelites. Babylon, Akkad, filtered through layers of Hebrew, Aramaic.
Back again with another Truth Seekers channel movie, and now today I'd like to talk about the Anunnaki and the Tree of Creation. It's strange that we don't see much about this. But the Anunnaki and the Tree of Creation, or the Tree of Life, is a very has to do with each other. These two things have to do with each other. And it's strange that nobody is making the link between these gods and the Bible, or why are these strange creatures not talked about in history or at school. You could see this guy has like a wristwatch. He's holding a cone. He has an eagle head and some sort of battery in his hand. And these guys, he's seeding the Tree of Life with a device. The entity wears a black-headed mask and feels feminine. Both arms have wrist devices used for time travel. I don't know about time travel. There we see another one. This guy has a head of
the center. There are all kinds of speculations on what these items are and their true purposes, especially the mysterious handbags. They have been called the handbags of Anunnaki. Were handbags of the gods. One theory is that the bag represents the cosmos. The semicircle of the bag's stripe signifies the hemisphere of the sky, while the square base indicates the earth. Some researchers argue that the sacred tree the genies are touching was in fact cannabis. Therefore, maybe the bags contained hallucinogenic drugs. Some suggest that the bags and combs might be high-tech tools that assisted these powerful aliens to perform wonders. Some claim that the pine cone is related to the pineal gland where the human soul sits. There is also the historical explanation that these bags were actually buckets, and the bucket and cone duo were used in Mesopotamian rituals. In the following video, I will provide you with my theories on this. Get started. To begin with, I want to clarify that the handbags and cones are not held by the powerful Sumerian Anunnaki. Originally, the Anunnaki consisted of 7 major gods described to be heavenly deities with immense powers. These gods did not carry bags or pine cones. If the Anunnaki were truly ancient aliens, then their power didn't come from the bag or comb. The winged genies that held the bags and combs are Apkallu, who are semi-gods, and are not even considered minor gods in Mesopotamia. Apkallu means sage or expert in Akkadian and is associated with wisdom. Bird-headed or human-looking beings with wings. They're referred to as the 7 sages, and their duty was to introduce knowledge and learning to humans as teachers and advisors. Beside the handbags and cones, Apkallu also held other things, such as sprigs, which are small stems bearing leaves or flowers, scepters with diverse heads, a string of beads, and even a baby goat. The bag and comb are not always paired together either. Sometimes the genie would just carry a bag, with the other hand making a gesture.